Hi, everybody. Please welcome my lovely guest, Miss Juno, is back again every other weekend with me. And below we have Danny, Danny Shay, my teacher, who I've been learning shaman stuff from.
Oh,
And so this is a big, this is like, yay.
yay! It's
So I've been
always good to
fangirling
see
off and
you.
on for like a day and a half. Oh my God, he's going to be on. Hi, Sue. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Scorpio Mama. And everybody's
Coming in.
coming in slowly but surely. And we got us two Teresas in the house now. So
Woohoo! Should I wear different glasses?
I try
This
to, yeah, you
try to
might want to
see the
see. That
chat.
might be, it might help.
I tell you, getting old, it ain't for sissies. That's
That's
all I
for
can
sure.
say.
I know. I'll be 62 tomorrow.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday tomorrow to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Another trip around the
62.
sun.
I didn't think I'd last that long, to be honest with you.
All right. So when you
Kind
were
of
so
life I've lived.
when you were in grade school,
It
did
was
you
in the
have a
60s.
sense of, I mean, because in high school I said, well, I'm not going to I'm not going to live past 30. But in grade school, did you have an idea of how long you were going to live?
No, I don't think that thought even occurred to me.
What about high
'Cause I
school?
had relatives that were, I mean, a lot of my relatives have lived up into their 80s and 90s, so
Yeah.
I was around a lot of older people, so I never really thought about it that much.
Right.
And
Right.
so yeah, that was and when I got into high school, I thought people in their 30s were old, Like, people in their 40s were ancient, and people in their 50s was like, okay, you're just past.
Past.
And then the older I get, the more I realize I'm not old yet. I
No.
still got a long way to go.
It's this new shift that we're going through that keeps us younger.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so. Except for Juno, because I mean, look, it looks like she's in the crypt already.
I'm already
Oh,
revealing myself down to the bone.
I know, I know. I would send you a pizza, but
oh my
Well,
goodness!
if
And
all we saw was each
I've
other's
got a pair of the
skeletons.
gloves in my Amazon wish list, so I can get a pair too. I told her, I said, one of these
we,
Sundays we're going to come on and we're going to both just show
Yeah.
our hands.
yeah, we
Watch
should all
everybody
do
flip
that.
out. They're not going to know what to do.
Believe it or not, I've got a full
Evidently,
body, head to toe skeleton thing, like a
Oh
onesie,
no,
and it goes
that's
all
too
the way over
much.
your head, and it's all
it goes over
skeleton.
your head, so it covers your face too,
It covers every part of you. It's like a full body condom for the skeleton. But
like a what?
Wow.
if all we ever saw of each other was our skeletons, there'd be a whole lot less prejudice because most of us would pretty much look the same except for like pirates,
R.
right?
Okay.
Because pirate and peg leg, missing a leg, get it?
Yeah, but then would look at fingers and would go, I see that finger that you have there, and it's a little crooked. That
Well,
mine is
you would be,
straight,
yeah,
crooked.
you would do that. You would,
I would do that.
yeah. I take my glasses off and everybody looks fine. I don't see nothing. So
Oh yeah, I take my
Yeah.
glasses off. I walk into walls. I can't see anything. I have a double astigmatism. Plus, I'm myopic. Plus, I have cataracts forming. Plus, I'm pre-glaucoma stages, and I have ocular high pressure. So I'm like falling apart in the eye department. Is
Yeah, but you feel young
I
and you
I
look
I would debate on the feel part. I think young. I feel ancient most days, but I
yeah.
still think like I'm 20. It's just the rest of me that gets a big kick out of that. And it's like, yeah, go ahead, give it a shot.
Yeah.
Try that, see what happens. Oh my goodness. We're getting all kinds of people in here. We got
Oh,
Lauren and Lady Silver and Pegasus. And she was actually in my state a couple of months ago and stopped, and we got to meet face to face.
nice.
lunch, and that was nice. She's such a nice lady. And Gerald is here, and yeah, she put up, but I took her to a good Cajun restaurant. So and she was like, "Where's a good place to eat?" I said, "I know just where to go, and it's not expensive." So, and we had a good time. We had a blast. She came with her nephew, drove her over, and he was a nice young man too. So,
Yay.
uh,
So
oh my,
what state are you from
I'm from Louisiana.
besides the swampy state? Okay.
I was born in Louisiana. I grew up between Texas and Florida, up and down the Gulf Coast,
Yeah.
um, between Beaumont and Fort Walton Beach, Florida, and Beaumont,
Yeah.
Texas. Which my mother had wandering feet. She didn't stay anywhere long. She would have to get up and move again. And then after my husband died, I went to Arizona for 10 years just to see what the West Coast was like. I've never been to the desert or the mountains or any of that. So
Yeah.
that was kind of cool. And I stayed there for 10 years
Oh, wow.
until my mom's dementia got so bad that I couldn't stay anymore. I had to come home and take care of her.
Yeah.
And so I came back to Louisiana, and here I am.
There you are.
And right back in the swamp.
Back in the swamp eating that good gumbo.
That's it. I make a killer gumbo too.
There
Let
you
me tell you.
I bet.
See, we need to have a conference and have everybody come here.
Yeah.
And you never want to gain 20 pounds in the course of a weekend because of all the food that there's.
Oh, I bet. I
My
bet.
city is like ranked one of the top 10 southern cities for food. And yeah, we've got some really good restaurants here.
Yeah.
And
Hungry now.
yeah, I know I am too. I haven't eaten yet today. So I'm talking about food, my stomach's growling. I'll go eat afterwards.
Does your stomach growling have any messages for us?
Food. That's all it's saying right now. Feed me.
Feed me,
Oh, my
Seymour.
goodness. Oh, Karen, you're not late, honey. We just got started. We're just like
Danny, you look right at
eating a
home in
bull
that
right
water
now.
there.
We're literally
I
just
know. The thing is, though, like, I think a mosquito just bit me
Uh-oh.
from the swamp. That's right.
I took Pegasus to where I work because we have our own swamp on our
Better
campus.
than a gator.
We have our own swamp
Yeah.
on campus. And she was like, "Oh my God, you literally have a swamp outside your office." I'm like, "Yeah." That's how I had a fight with an alligator one day when I was a student there.
Yikes.
It wanted my purse and I wanted my purse, and so we had a tug of war. It won the strap and I kept the purse. So I
There you
figured I
go.
got on the best end.
Yeah, that's one of the things you don't want to wrestle with an alligator.
No,
I just think that's the bad thing to do.
It was kind of trippy at the time that it happened. I was just sitting there reading a book and I saw my purse sliding across the bench. I'm like, what on earth? And I looked over and there was an alligator at the end that had crawled up out of the swamp and saw the strap hanging down. He'd grabbed the strap and was going to take off with my purse. And I was like, I don't think so. And every now and again they get out of because they've got it like all fenced in so that supposedly they can't get out, but they can climb trees, in case people didn't know that.
No.
And they can move really fast,
Really
even
fast.
outside of the water. And every now and again, one of them manages to get good leverage and gets up over the fence, and students will be walking down the street or down the halls, and an alligator will come trucking by. Everybody freaks out. They got to call our facilities department to come wrangle the alligator, put it back in the swamp where it belongs. So, we have squirrels all over the place that will come steal your food right out of your hands if you're not careful, if you're eating outside, because people don't bother them. They're so used to everybody being around that they'll just
Huh.
they'll come and snatch it right from you. Pegasus, we're doing political, personal, whatever questions y'all want to ask. Ask away. I figure nobody said I don't want to do this, that, or the other, so I figure anything goes, right?
Is it too late to say what I want to do?
What is it you want to do?
We can read on ETs.
There you
Oh,
go.
no. Okay, we'll read it.
Just put it in caps so I can see it, y'all. That's all I ask because I'm blind and I'm old. I can't see the chat.
Well, you know, wait a minute. We just talked about how young you were, and now you keep talking about how old you are. You gotta
That's how
stop
young
with
I think, not how young I am.
that.
I think like I'm 20. My eyes are like I'm 100. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
As
My
I take these
knees
suckers
feel
off
like
and everything blurs out on the screen if I take off my glasses. So,
So Danny, are you ready for your big event coming up here?
Well, I don't know. I will be ready.
You're going to
for
Mount Shasta, right?
Yeah, we're going to Mount Shasta, and it's you know, when we first started out, we thought that that would be lucky if we got like 10 people to come. Well, we have like 30, and it's still there's still snow on the mountain. So
cool.
I was hoping that snow would be gone, but there's still snow on the mountain. So it's going to be interesting. It is closed now though, so I mean we're sold out, which is good. So, but yeah, and you know, we've got it all planned out, but we didn't plan for snow, so we'll see how that works.
Are y'all going
It'll
up
be
that high? Are
Yeah.
y'all going up that high that you're going to be up in the snow cap?
not at the snow cap, but we're gonna be at the base of the mountain, which I think is about 6,500 feet.
Oh,
But
wow.
there's a place called Sand Flats, and it was on one of those Gaia stations about Mount Shasta, and that's where they saw some ETs. Actual ETs came down, and so that's a place that you can experience them. That's got 3 or 4 feet of snow on it. So we're not getting up there. And I was up there, was it last year? I think it was last year I went up to Sand Flats, and it was during an equinox, and there were full moon equinox, and there were so many people. I mean, old converted school buses and vans and people dancing around. I mean, it looked like Woodstock, I would imagine, if I went to Woodstock. But it was
just
crazy.
a kid when Woodstock happened.
Yeah, I mean, it was people walking around half naked, and it was pretty wild. I was going, I don't know if I want to camp here because it was so crowded and such a carnival atmosphere. And I thought maybe it was because of the full moon equinox, and it was a special woo-woo day. So, but anyway, that is off limits to us. But, you know, there's so many other places, and the energy is going to be good there. So I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be, we're going to get some good stuff out of it.
Good deal. Good. We'll be waiting with bated breath for
the
little live clips y'all send back. And I know the last time y'all went, I enjoyed those. Every time I'd see one of y'all pop on, I was like, oh, I gotta go.
Yeah.
The nice thing about having your own office is I can plug in my earbuds and listen to whatever I want.
Yeah, that's good.
Where get my work done.
Yeah. Where we camp, there's no Wi-Fi or cell service. So you have to go to the top of the mountain or the base of the mountain to get cell service, and then you can stream from up there. But it's blast. Mount Shasta is so cool. So
I know when I lived in Phoenix, depending on where you would go in town, because there's a mountain in the middle of the city, and then you're surrounded by mountains. And depending on where you went, you would completely lose cell service. Just boom, it'd be gone. Yeah. And because you would hit just the right angle, that just didn't go through.
And in Mount Shasta, what stops the cell service is spaceships flying overhead.
Now that would be awesome.
Is that a direct quote, Danny? Can we print that?
You can yes.
Lady Silver wants to know why Mount Shasta and not the Red Rocks in Sedona.
Well, because number one, Linda just went to Sedona, and the thing with Mount Shasta is my younger brother and I we'd go up there for our birthdays. Our birthdays are 4 days apart. And so we would go up there in June because I'm a June birthday boy too.
When's your birthday?
24.
Okay, so you're a Cancer.
Cancer, Gemini rising. Gotcha. I think. I have to look. Anyway. And so, and then Dr. Gale moved to Shasta. And so last year we met with Dr. Gale and Medium Kim came out. And so it was the four of us just kind of hanging out, and the power that we felt was so incredible that we said, maybe we should do this and kind of open it up. So we did. Mount Shasta is also, it's got there is a theory that the Lemurians traveled to Mount Shasta, and there is a city in the volcano, inside the volcano, where some people say it houses up to 800,000 Lemurians. So there's a real spiritual connection with the Lemurians. And if just one person said that, you may go, yeah, that's a little cray. But in the Hopi creation story, they mention it, as well as in Hawaii, they mention it. Mm-hmm. And when I was diving in Catalina, there are stories about underground tunnels to Mount Shasta, and that there are ETs in Catalina Island.
Oh,
and
wow.
So all this stuff makes me think, okay, let's go see if we can talk to a Lemurian. And of course, you got to be, we have to get into the right frequency of it, right. Which for us woo-woo people on these channels, we understand that, when you go read a tarot deck, you have to tap into that energy. You can't do it from a three. I mean, you can with tarot. You can do it kind of 3D just by the meanings of the deck. But if you're using your intuition to read, then you're more in a different vibrational frequency that allows you to tap in to different messages. And that's what I am hoping many of us get to do in Mount Shasta.
And that's in California?
California.
Okay.
And it is, I know I'm going on way too long.
No, this is fascinating.
The Mount Shasta is the root chakra of the earth. Now, I don't know who made that up, but if you go look at chakras of the earth, Mount Shasta is the root chakra. So,
that's
we're just going to go up there and play. I would love to do Sedona. I lived in Flagstaff for a few years. Not when Juno was up there. That would have been fun. We would have we would have hooked up. I know we would have been in some woo-woo bookstore or something. But she mentioned to me that she goes, I got this at, let me see if I have this right, McCabe's Music. No, that's LA. There's another music store up there, Abe's or something. I can't remember. But I have a guitar pick from there, and Juno goes, I got this from this music store. Anyway. But yeah,
we've got nothing in common, Danny. We've never had anything line up. Nothing.
Not a thing.
Not a thing.
Hey, have you let the Lemurians and Telos know you guys are coming? I bet they're looking forward to it because you guys were there last year.
No, I've been cloaking the whole group. Yeah, they are. We are. I am in preparation for this. You know, I've been doing a lot of journeying, a lot of meditations, and I don't know if it's astral projection or not, but going up there and just trying to find the vibration that is going to match their vibration. So yeah, I have.
I get this sensation like they're excited up there that you guys are coming. Like they're looking forward to it. I just heard that while you were talking. So I don't know.
Yeah. Cool. I'm bringing lemonade.
Lemonade.
And lemonade and a deck of. They like lemonade.
Really?
Pink lemonade or regular lemonade?
Pink.
Pink.
It's Pride Month. Come on now.
That's right. I was going to say.
No, it's got to be colorful.
And did they drink it with their finger, like Mork from Ork when he would stick his finger in the cup?
I remember that.
I forgot.
That's been ages ago.
That's what he did.
Nanu. We're sitting on his head.
And you can go see maybe Mirth from Earth. Jonathan Winters will be there. You never know.
Oh my gosh. I saw him in Toluca Lake.
Really?
Yeah, we went to there's a sandwich shop that he would always go in. And I went into the sandwich shop and there he is holding court. And I mean, I don't know if he was holding court or just talking to himself. So damn funny. So funny.
He was quite an artist too. He did a lot of paintings later in his life, and they were really pretty good.
Yeah, I saw Stevie Nicks once in the car next to me. I was in Scottsdale driving down the road, singing along to the radio, and it just so happened it was one of her songs on the radio. I had my windows down, and I'm sitting there, and I sing horribly, okay, but I'm sitting singing and just jamming to the music. And something catches my eye, and I look over, and it's her sitting in the next car, and she's just doing this at me. I was like, "Oh my god!"
So funny. That's so funny.
It was the wildest thing in the world. I was like, the last thing I expected to see. But that's when I lived in Phoenix, and when I was a little girl, I met Michael Landon, who played Little Joe on Bonanza.
Little Joe. And what was the heaven? What was the heaven thing where he played an angel?
Highway to Heaven.
Highway to Heaven.
Yeah. Highway to Heaven.
Yeah. But when he played Little Joe on Bonanza when I was a little girl, I was in love with Little Joe. That was my favorite character. I named my baby doll Little Joe. According to my family, I cut off all its hair and named it Little Joe. That's why I had a bald baby doll that I transgendered her to a him at the age of 3 and 4 and didn't even know that's what I was doing.
You would never live in Florida. You would never be able to live there.
Again, I lived there once, but it was blue then. So I'm waiting for it to get at least purple before I go back.
Yeah. I was thinking about this huge divide that we have. And, I just want to get back to the good music that came out of Florida, came out of the South, came out of Texas. It and there would be black, white, pink, blue, trans, whatever. As long as you could play the same music, it was like, it was
They didn't
good.
care.
Yeah,
They didn't
nobody
care.
cared.
Everybody jammed together.
Yeah,
Concerts on the beach and the, whatever, in the stadiums. I mean, nobody cared
yeah,
what you were or who you were or what color you were.
no, no,
I mean, of course, that was moving up into the 70s and 60s. It was kind of dicey, but um, while the civil rights mess was going on, trying
yeah,
to get
yeah,
all that. I mean, I grew up in the middle of that, so
yeah.
I remember clearly some of the atrocities that were
Oh,
committed.
sure. And, and they're still happening, but the music, the musicians, and I mean, that was just a unified a movement of music. But yeah, the civil rights, there's just
Even that produced some beautiful music that came out of it. Just some of the music and songs that were written, in support of what was going on was just,
yeah,
there was some wonderful music that came out of that.
right.
My son's a musician. I mean, that's his first love. He's got a ton of instruments and all of his own recording equipment, and he does
Nice.
all that stuff. So, I mean, and I was always, when he was in high school, he would come out of his room and tell his daddy and me, turn it down. I can't think, because we'd have the music blasting. I said, you can't win for losing, son. You got two old hippies for parents.
Somebody's got to be responsible in your family, and
That's it.
you
Thank
would
you,
think it
ladies.
would be you, but no, it was your son.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, we've got some questions piled up. If y'all are ready to,
All right. Thank you, Lady Silver. 1111.
one, yeah, isn't that sweet of her? Let's see. We got Jess R to start us off. A message from spirit guides.
Huh.
That's right. Tomorrow's the full moon too.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, all right.
Aren't I gonna have?
Okay, I'm gonna use this. Normally I use Oracle decks for this, but Jess R. Is it R-I? What is it? Jess
Reed. Jess Ride. Jess Reed.
Just read. All right, all right. Jess.
So Danny, is it from playing banjo that your fingers are messed up?
No, it's from shuffling cards.
Yeah. But you didn't. You still shuffle cards.
I do. I don't know what it is. It's but my middle fingers are, when I close my hand. I mean, today it's pretty good. But when I close my fist and then I open them up, this finger locks and I can't
know what
open
that's
it.
like. Yeah.
And so and now it's just clicking, which is good. I'm gonna probably go get some acupuncture, see if that will help. I've been doing some energy sound healing with it. That seems to be helping. I don't know what it is.
I had that with 2 fingers in my right hand, and I had to have that surgery where they release it. But because I would wake up, my hand would be like, I could not, like, and it would be like, those gauntlets, the metal gauntlets, like the knights wore. That's what it would sound like. Like I would have to open my fingers every morning.
Yeah.
I said, this is ridiculous. I just had to
Me too.
have the surgery.
So that's why I wear this,
Yeah.
because it keeps me from clenching. And then I have this little bracy thing that will fit on it to keep my finger from locking in place.
Yeah, I lost all use of my hands and my arms back when my neck got so bad that I couldn't turn my head anymore, and it just radiated down. They wound up fusing 4 vertebrae in my neck. But I can use my hands again, so, and I can turn my head.
I went and had that same thing going on, and I went to this doctor, and he goes, "You need to go see this neck surgeon." And I went, "Okay." And so I went to the neck surgeon, and he goes, "Oh my gosh." He goes, "We need to get you under the knife quick." And I said, "Well, I'm going on a dive trip, so it'll have to be." He goes, "You can't go diving." I'm going, hell no. I'm not going getting neck surgery without having my last dive, if that's what it's going to be. But I got acupuncture instead because it took a while.
Mm-hmm.
And this Korean doctor who didn't speak much English, he looks at my x-rays and he looks at the printout and he goes, "I can fix you. One time, 5 minutes, no pain. You come back 3 days later." I'm going, "Yeah, here we go. 10-minute, no pain." I'm like, yeah. But go ahead, give it a shot. 5 minutes, no pain. You could set your watch by it. I was there 2 days later going, "Do it again." And so I went to this guy for about a year. I have use of my hands. They don't tingle anymore. My neck, I can move my neck. If you get a good acupuncturist, they are
I
mad.
tried one, yeah. Well, mine was from an old injury, and so I had ruptured and bulging discs that pretty much disintegrated in my neck. So there wasn't anything left between the bones, just the bones hitting the bones. And that's what's in my lower back now. So I'm waiting on MRI results to come in to find out if I have to do back surgery. So, but I've held them off this long. I'm like, maybe I can hold them off a few more years. I really don't want to do surgery if I don't have to. I finally did the neck surgery simply because I'm an admin. I sit and type all day. I had to have my hands, so. Well, whoever's ready can go first.
Want me to go?
All right.
Sure.
I'm using a new deck I haven't used before, but I was really drawn. I've been studying this one this past week. It's the Influence of the Angels, and I really like it. So the first card I pulled for Jess is the Fool card. Can you see? And this is the angel Afriel, Afriel. He's the angel of youth. And the Fool card, the number 0, that's infinite potential. So you're in for a new start, a fresh beginning, spontaneity, unencumbered and carefree. And the angel's message is, taking impulsive or irrational risk is unwise and may have terrible consequences. So, when you make your new start, do so with wisdom, I would say. Don't jump from the frying pan into the fire, as they say. And the second card that I pulled for you was the Magician, one of my favorite cards. And this is Archangel Michael, who is like God, and he's about courage, leadership, and protection. And his message is, pay attention to the difference between self-confidence and overconfidence. So that goes right along with the Fool card, You're up for something new, but, keep your head screwed on tight and have fun. Yeah. Sounds good. Got lots of angels watching. Aren't they cool? And they've got gold edges. They're just beautiful cards. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step on your talk.
Those are beautiful.
They match your fingernails really well.
I know. I went to a lot of trouble, I won't touch a deck of cards.
You had that manicure done just for you, Danny.
I put these on and I say, do these gloves make my butt look big?
No.
Absolutely not.
My nickname when I was growing up was Bone because I was so skinny. So
yeah,
I'm just reliving my youth. That's a true story, actually. That's the name I can actually say that won't be censored,
All
right, Mr. Danny.
All right. So I got something a little, I'm big. Wow. Big head. So I got something, I'm using the Light Seers Tarot, which is my newer deck that I really, really like. And the first card, so with this full moon coming up, I feel like there is a lot of letting go and a lot of embracing going on in this energy. So I pulled a letting go and what to let go of, what to embrace. And what to let go of, I got the Seven of Wands. And I'm sorry, the Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles, it's all about nurturing, letting things grow, tending to your projects and things like that. And so when I got this, I go, maybe you're just being a little too tendy, you're working too hard on some of your projects. You're putting too much time into it. Maybe you're being a little too careful, too anal, too making sure it's perfect. And then, you know, when Juno was saying you got the Fool card, and the Fool card is, you know, you're going to jump off a cliff. I mean, so there's not much planning on that. You're just walking out and just going. So I kind of get that those two match together. The message, even though you want to have clear intentions, which I get, maybe just set your intentions and let it go. So don't focus too much on all the little details. That's what I wanted to say. Don't focus on the little details. Set your intentions, and then what you should embrace is the Chariot. The moving forward, the ride. So, I mean, I'm getting you've got something, and this is a major arcana. You got something big coming. So, hang on, enjoy the ride.
On for the ride. All right. Well, I went with the Moonology deck since it's the full moon, and I started out with Hold Your Vision. And that kind of goes right along with what Juno and Danny were saying. You know, set that intention, get it in your head, hold that vision up, keep it in sight so that you're not walking off the cliff. You know where you're going. At the same time, I was getting the message that you and your family are safe. So whatever big is coming up is going to be something that's going to, I think, enhance everyone that you're with, but you don't have to worry about their safety over it. They're going to be okay. And then I ended with a full moon in Aries, a fiery climax approaches. So the minute Danny said something big coming up and I looked down, I was like, oh, that's what that card means. Because I pulled it and I was like, okay, it doesn't really go with the other two. What does it mean? But so, yeah, so something big's coming. Just hold that vision, keep it, you know, keep it in sight, and I think everything will go okay.
It's interesting that you got the your family's going to be okay.
Yeah.
And so, Jess, what does that mean? That your family's going to be okay? Are you actually physically moving somewhere, or is this just a new energy that you're stepping into? If you can clarify that. And one of the things, while he's or she is typing, one of the things that I love about, you know, reading in a group is that the energies that we come up with allows us to have clearer insight on what the cards mean.
Exactly.
We had lots of major arcanas too between the three of us, because I had two.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So something. Yeah. So it's big. Well, your cards are all big, you know, because you've got angels.
She's constantly worrying. So I'll put it up on the screen.
Okay.
Hold your thumbs for worry. That harmonizes the attitude of worry.
And drink heavily.
And I didn't say that.
Oh my goodness.
Also with the Magician card, that's, you know, she can manifest things. She can pull in the energy from above.
I was going to say that's a powerful card, because
the
Magician's the only card that has every
all the tools,
tool, every element on it, you know. So,
and that's Archangel Michael. It doesn't get much better than that.
Holy
Big Mike.
Toledo, man. Everybody and their brother calling me at once.
Did you ask something about my cards, Danny? What were you saying?
No, I said, well, I think Sherry said, or somebody said there was a lot of major arcanas, and I'm going, well, Juno's working with the angel deck. You can't get, I don't think there's any cards in that.
And I've got my new angel tarot, and I didn't think to even pull that for that. I just immediately went to the moon because it's full moon. So
yeah.
What's cool with this deck is the major arcana are archangels for the most part, and then when you get to the the other suits, the page, knight, queen, and king are actual people who lived very instrumental lives, not necessarily saints, but really did amazing things. So it's all like historical paintings and stuff. So I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, cool.
She says her family's her main priority, that she's been trying to manifest money.
Yeah.
Join the club, baby.
Yeah. And it's interesting with that
new car.
with that 7 of Pentacles tending to the money, tending to that, making that growth. And it was interesting that was in what to let go of. A lot of times we get so focused on we got to make money, and what we're focusing on is the lack of instead of the abundance. And so when we focus on the lack of money, then that just brings in more lack. And it's a tricky road when you're broke and you need money to focus on abundance. So I'm not discounting that, but just try to find some things. What I'm hearing is just trying to find some things that you're grateful for. Sometimes it can be just a pillow that you can rest your head on. Start anywhere so that you can shift that into abundance. But I sense really, really good energy around her.
Yeah. I'm not sensing anything bad or dangerous. Just new and different, and just be wise in your choices.
Have discretion.
Don't go half cocked, as they say.
And drink
Next up, we got Lady Silver 1111. Will George Santos write a book, and will he be allowed to keep the profits?
Well, he already wrote a book. I think he wrote part of the Bible and the Torah. What other book did he write? Oh, and I think he wrote a book on constitutional law. And he wrote Cats, but that's not a book, that's a musical.
Yeah, wasn't he part of the original authors of the Constitution while he was at it?
Yeah. George Santos. Oh my God.
I can't use my angel cards for that guy. I can't get his goop on his spooge on my angel cards. It's not going to happen.
No.
Yeah, I grabbed another deck.
I don't want to scare them off. I just started working with them. Well, he wrote the 10 Commandments, didn't he, Danny? Isn't that what I heard?
Yeah.
Thou shalt lie. Thou shalt steal. Right?
Yeah, well, I know he wrote those two. And he put little asterisks next to them.
Thou shalt cover thy neighbor's husband.
Shame on you.
I'm just reading what he wrote.
Okay.
And he wrote it like in hieroglyphics in the pyramid. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah. George Santos.
All right. Well, I went ahead and pulled a card, so I'll go ahead and go while y'all are doing your thing here. I went with the Oracle of Shadows and Light. I find that I use this one anytime it's a political reading. It just seems to go right hand in glove with it. What I pulled was Witch at the End of the World. And basically what it's saying is an important ending and a new beginning. That pretty much fits George Santos right now. He's got a really important ending that's happening to him, and he's got a new beginning. I don't think he's going to like his new beginning. At least that's what I'm feeling. Like he's a very worried man. He's not sleeping well at night.
Oh, you don't think?
Huh?
You don't think he's not sleeping well at night?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
He sleeps hanging upside down, I'm sure of it,
Oh, Rose Blue said he built the cross and helped Jesus carry it. That's where I saw him from.
Yeah. He must
have been in that movie too.
So since my big head's filling the most of the screen, I was using the One World Tarot, and it's interesting. I got the Empress, High Priestess, and the Five of Swords. So when I first pulled this, I mean, the guy is so out there. He is gonna. I get a sense that he is gonna try something, come up with some more money in a secretive way, and it's more of a thieving way with this Five of Swords, secret way with the High Priestess, and with the Empress, she's giving birth to something new. And I'm going, okay, well, is that a book? We're not really sure. It could be with the High Priestess because she does have a scroll she's writing on. I got the Ace of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, which means, yes, something new is coming with the book, or he's going to be beat up over the head with this Ace of Wands coming out of the clouds, and it's going to cost him a lot of money. And then the last card I got is the Nine of Swords. He is not sleeping well. He's upside down. I don't know if he. I'm not getting a clear picture on if he's gonna write a book, if he's gonna be able to keep his money. But I know he's thieving and winning at any cost. But there are I don't know. I don't get a sense that he's going to be able to keep it. But I think he'll have a ghostwriter, if anything, if he does write a book. But who's going to read it? That's the other question.
Yeah. That's a good question. Who would want to read it?
Who would want to read it?
Because you couldn't trust anything in it.
Yeah.
I mean, might as well just go buy a Grimm's fairy tale.
We're just talking about Grimm's fairy tale and how grim it was. Just today. Sorry. Go ahead, Juno.
That must be why I picked up on it then. Go, Juno. It's your turn, darling.
Well, I tried shuffling all my nice, happy, lovely cards on my desk, and none of them were having it. So I had to go get my Deviant Moon cards because they're the only ones that are yep. You got them in your hand? No way.
Yeah. Tower.
Ooh, down he goes.
I went to go grab them. I went to go grab my Deviant Moon, but then I saw my big head on the screen. I said, "Oh, I got to read on what I pulled," which didn't really make much sense because the cards didn't like it, as you said. They
weren't having it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I wondered when you finally get your hair cut, are you going to get you're going to have like a tiny head? Is it going to be like when they shear sheep and then they're little skinny little things underneath?
Do you remember Men in Black?
Yes.
When they go into the pawn shop and they shoot that guy and his head's that big.
Yeah.
And it grows back.
That's going to be mine. Yeah.
I love that actor. What's his name? Tony Shalhoub. He's such a great actor. So for lovely, gorgeous George, the first card I pulled was the 6 of Pentacles. And look at, it's like, you know, the money that he hands out. Look at all the money that's coming to him from behind the scenes. You know, he acts like he's given something, but the swamp creatures are going to come get him from down below. That card just gives me creeps. And then the next card I have is the Fool, but it was reversed. Look at all those fish in the swamp. You know, even the swamp things are going to be coming after him. No offense to you, Sherry. I mean the DC swamp. And here, look at his red and white striped outfit. You know, like one of his drag outfits. No offense to drag, because I enjoy watching the drag shows, but his hypocrisy about it is not cool. But he's going to find out that he's just bait. You know. The fish are coming after him because he's just bait. And then I had the Knight of Swords, which shows me he's defending himself. You know, so I don't know. I don't know if this means he's actually, you know, maybe it's going to be one of those deals like some of these books these people write, and the people put all the money into publishing it, and it's the only way you can get it is in the 99-cent bin, you know? It's just such a, you know, such a farce, a waste of trees and everything. So no, I don't think, I think he's going to expose himself with his words, kind of thing.
Oh, stop. Don't even say that.
Oh, not expose. Wait a minute. I take it back. I didn't say that. Ew.
Gee.
Ew.
Yeah.
I get to take a shower.
So I had to pull a card from the Deviant Moon, and I shuffled, and the card that I got is the Tower again.
Again.
Boom, boom, so
things are crashing down over his head big time.
As Sherry said, he's not sleeping well. He knows it's coming.
That's it. He's currently tossing and turning.
Yeah.
All righty then. Let's see who's next. Gerald is next.
Hey, Gerald.
Senor Tarot Stash. Would like a reading about my current creative project. Any insight on how to keep it moving forward? Keep working. Sorry, that was just a flip answer. That wasn't a real answer.
Did you have those cards on deck, Danny, or did you have to go grab them?
I had to go grab them.
Yeah, me too. I had to go dig through my pile of cards. It was the only one. It's the only deck I have that I can subject to that without them rebelling on me.
I know. I get a lot of people going, ew, those cards. But I don't understand why they say that, because the subject matter I'm reading on is ew. And so
exactly,
they fit so well.
Gerald says, I'm here.
I'm here.
Creative project.
And no, just because I have a little teeny head doesn't mean my hands are going to be small. Some comment. You know what they say.
Well, you're just trying to be like Michael Jackson wearing one glove, you know.
And sometimes I'll have tape over my knuckle so it doesn't bend. And I'll go, oh my gosh, I'm turning into Michael Jackson.
Oh, wow. I just got a weather flash. We've got a tropical storm. Arlene in the Gulf of Mexico.
Arlene. Woo. Is that
that's Arlene in the Gulf.
Storm?
Sir?
It's the first named storm then.
First named storm, yeah. And it's in the Gulf. Aren't we going to have fun? Okay. Gerald, what I've got for you, I pulled kind of where you're at right now working on this. I pulled the Knight of Fire, which is wands. And it's talking about, you know, adventurous, self-assured, passionate. You believe a lot in what you're working on. You're very passionate about it. You're working hard at it. But your next step, I pull the Nine of the Air, which is swords, and you're expecting problems. So I think you might be creating some of your own problems because you think that problems are going to show up. You need to get that thought out of your brain. And then for an obstacle, I pull the Emperor, Archangel Michael. And it talks about organization. What does it say? Logic, structure, discipline. So you've got to turn that around so that it's not obstructing what you're working on, but it's helping you with what you're working on.
Good.
And then your strength and your resources is Archangel Zadkiel, and that's balance. And that's to be able to balance what it is you're trying to say in your project, balance your channel, balance your gifts, balance your home life, you and your husband and your family and everything. It's keeping all of that, all of those balls in the air going. But you can do that because you're Gerald and you're good at that. I've seen you do it. And I ended with your potential outcome is the Knight of Air, idealistic, tireless, intelligent, decisive. So I think everything is going to work out. I think the hard part right now, mostly what I'm feeling is just keep working at it even when you're not feeling it. Keep that discipline of writing a little bit every day or drawing a little bit every day or whatever it is that you're working on. Just keep doing a little bit of it every day even when you don't feel it. Just the discipline of it, of getting up and saying, okay, I got to do this. I'm working on this. Because once you kind of push through that little bump in the road that you've hit, it's going to all start flowing again. But if you stop, there stands a really good chance that you'll lose the context of what it is you're working on and you won't finish it. So just keep going. And you're good at that. I mean, you're constantly going, but make sure you put that time aside for your project and do a little bit of it every day, regardless. Okay, which one of you want to go next?
Let Big Head go.
Okay, Mr. Big Head, you get to go.
Big Head, little hands guy.
Hey, now, come on.
You're the one who's always saying you have little hands. You started it.
See, Gerald actually has a set of little hands that he uses when somebody says something like that. And he'll hold them up and say, little hands like these. I got to get me a set.
That's funny. So, Gerald, what Sherry said, just take it to the bank. Take it to the bank. When you mentioned, but because I have little hands and a big mouth, I'll just keep talking for a little bit. But when you mentioned your project, I immediately got a sense of writing a script or a screenplay in you're in Act 2. Act 1, the beginning, it's really easy. The ending is good. But when you get in Act 2, how you bring that forward, it gets kind of muddy and stuck or whatever. And I'm not saying you're writing a script or anything. It just feels, and again, what Sherry said, like you're in a little hiccup place where you just gotta like just get up and put that blank piece of paper in front of you, grab a pen and start writing. and then look at it and go, this is the worst piece of crap I think I've ever written. And then you go, I'm going to keep writing. And you keep writing, keep writing, keep writing. And then you go, oh, now I'm in my flow. Now I'm in my zone. And it may take a day or two or whatever it is. The cards I got for you are phenomenal, except one. And they're all great. But I got the Page of Wands. And what I love about this image is the exuberance at which she is throwing the information up in the air. The second card I got, which is the one that I would say maybe is not that good, is the Devil card. And in this deck, the Devil has a little black and white shell of a person that he's manipulating. And you know what this is. It's the addiction. It's being tied to something that you shouldn't be. And is that being tied to something of, oh, I can't do this. I can't get through this. I can't, I'm stuck and I'm too stuck. Is that what that's all about? I think so. Because the next card, I get the Nine of Pentacles. This Nine of Pentacles is somebody, as you know, that allows you to, know how to manage all of your projects, but she may be a little encased in her own little bubble. Not like this card that is open and free. The next two cards, as I'm trying to come down to the final thing, you've got a Celebration card and you got the Emperor card. This is the same card that Sherry got too. So I'm reading the Emperor card a little different than Sherry did, is that you have this ability to manage this and get through this little hiccup. Don't worry, just you know how to do it. It's like with the Nine of Pentacles, she knows how to make and spend money in projects. The Emperor, he's just sitting back, chillaxing. He's cool, man. He's got it. And the final card is the Nine of Cups. So keep your intentions, and that's always a big one for me. Keep your intentions clear. You got this. Go with your heart space. It's and really enjoy what I just heard. I was going to say enjoy the ride, and what I heard was really enjoy being stuck in this process. It's the creative process. We all go through it, and so just be joyful in this area of your journey. Don't beat yourself up over it. Don't let the devil manipulate you. Be the emperor and find joy in what you do. I'm done.
Very nice. Very nice.
That was good. Sorry, y'all. I got distracted for a minute. The cat came in here and wanted to knock everything down.
Well, I'm using this first time I'm using this deck. It's the Akashic Tarot.
Ooh.
Which is a pretty cool deck. And I'm just learning that, so bear with me. So the first card I got for you, Gerald, is the Queen of Roses. So this might indicate that there's some female energy that might be coming in that can help you. You know, she's obviously at the top of her game, and, you know, stop and smell the roses and all that kind of thing. Look out for the beauty, but, you know, maybe or just inspiration. Maybe it's, you know, a female goddess or something that you draw inspiration from. But, you know, tune into that female energy. Of course, that can be in male or female people. It really makes never mind. And the next card I got was the Four of Scrolls, the Karmic Trench. So you see this farmer down here. It's like he's dug he keeps digging the rows, but he's not taking time to plant the seeds. So this is about, you know, you've done all this work already. Kind of like get out of your own way, plant the seeds, and then, you know, nurture them and let them grow. Maybe not get too diversified in too many different ways. keep things in a row, keep things in their lane. Like get organized. Sometimes that helps when maybe if we get stuck on a creative project. And the last card is awesome. It's the 5 of Keys, wishes fulfilled.
Yeah.
So it's like a full storehouse and beautiful views out there, and you got everything you need right there. So you've already got it all there. It's just a matter of putting it all together, and then you get the keys to the castle, and then you get to move in and chill out, put your feet up. So I think it looks very positive for your. But this card with the the karmic trench reminded me what both Sherry and Danny were saying about putting in the work and everything, but don't get so busy digging trenches that you don't realize that it's time for the next phase.
I like that. Very good. All right. And Gerald said, thank you, Danny. And that makes a lot of sense. And,
I was feeling what Sherry said. So
thanks, Sherry. I understand. And so cool.
Yeah.
All right.
When do we get to see the project, the finished project? That's what I want.
What is it?
Yeah, that's a good question.
There you go. Look at
there
that.
you go. See, pulling up that female energy. That's what he's working with, is a female deity.
Yeah.
Very nice.
That's
Thanks for
awesome.
that. Thanks for that feedback, Gerald. That means a lot.
Absolutely.
I do that. I can get so far. I'm in a rabbit hole, and I get the blinders on. I can't hear anything. I can't see anything. And then it's like with crocheting, and I'll do like 10 rows that are all wrong. I think, how did I not see that? 9 rows before, and I have to rip it all out and start again. That's just one of the things I do, but it's it has a price,
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, we all get those blinders on and can't see past it. Okay, Rossi's Den. May I have a message from my spirit guides? Of course you may. Oh, Gerald said he has 3 fabric landscapes in progress.
There you go.
Wow.
I had a feeling it wasn't writing. Very cool. I want to thank everybody for being here. We really appreciate all our viewers and chatters.
Absolutely.
And give us feedback and show up and put up with us and keep us amused.
Thank you, Danny, for coming and being a guest. And,
My pleasure. It's fun.
That's
You
a
like
great
the swamp,
birthday
Danny?
present for me. So,
What's that?
You like the swamp? Yeah, I know you've been to many oceans. How do you like the swamp?
Swamp is good. The mosquitoes, though. I'm telling you, the mosquitoes.
oh, honey, we got mosquitoes so big they can pick you up and carry you off.
I like the swamp.
That's good. I saw my first tarantula hawk in a couple of years out here, and they're like a big black wasp with these bright orange stripes on their wings, and they're the ones that go and paralyze the tarantula and drag it back in the burrow and lay an egg in it, and they eat the tarantula. And It's like, they said, I looked up because their stinger's about 1.5 inches or 2 inches long, and it's like the worst, most painful sting you can imagine. It's like all your brain just shuts down and all it can do is scream. So I gave it a big wide berth. I want none of that.
Warrior girl saying to me, good thing I don't live in the swamp because you got me to get on live the other night.
Yeah.
You didn't see her. She blocked her. She didn't want to be shown. I was like, that's okay. You don't have to show yourself. But I got her and who was it? Somebody else. I got them to actually come on the show and just chat with us. It was fun. It was just a handful of us still, on the show, but I had fun with it. So, all right, Rossi's Den. Let's see what we got here. Are you ready, Danny?
I'll go.
All right. There you go.
All right, Rossi's Den. So I pulled 3 cards for you, and I got the King of Wands. And the information that you have, that you're getting, don't lose sight on how strong it is. It's really, really powerful. However, I feel that your guides are telling you to take a break from it. I don't know if you're not feeling well or whatever, but I also got the Four of Swords, which lets me believe that you need to take care of yourself a little bit more. And then I got the King of Cups. And so if I go with the King of Wands, where's my camera? The King of Wands versus the King of Cups with the Four Swords in between, I'm getting a strong sense that you need to be kind of chill and like maybe not go for something just yet. Just kind of sit back, do a little meditation, maybe not push too hard on the information that you're picking up. Maybe there's a project that you're thinking of doing or something. I'm getting just a chill and reflect and be just be outside and meditate a little bit.
Very good. Juno, you ready?
I am.
All
So
right.
Rossi's done the first card I got is the Two of Cups. So this is a union, male and female energy. So it doesn't have to be, a romantic relationship. This can be some kind of a partnership. And each one of you brings in different strengths, but what you combine to create is that much more powerful for what you bring together. And the next, put this down here. The next card I got is the Wheel of Fortune. So let me see. I want to see which angel that is. That is the angel Domiel. See, not all the cards have a specific angel, but the major arcana ones do. So Domiel, Domiel, he's the angel in charge of the four elements of earth, air, fire, and water.
Oh,
so
cool.
it's about how you can't necessarily control things through your personal actions or influences, but realize what they are and accept your powerlessness. Things, if things aren't going great right now, this too shall pass. And if they're not going great right now, there's only one way to go, and that's up, right? So the angel message for this card is acknowledge the things in life that are beyond your control, accept them as best you can, and move on. A lot of times I know with me, it's the baggage I hang on to that holds me back more than anything. And, it's my own. I keep trying, every time the train goes by, which is like 80 times a day, I throw a bag of my unwanted garbage, emotional garbage or whatever on there and let the train take it. And now I've started doing with this group that we practice with. Now we're doing the love train. So now I sing Love Train every time it goes by, and I just put love on that train and let it carry it all across the country. And, for whatever it's worth, makes me feel good. And then I get to hear that song. And I envision all of us in our group, doing the Soul Train strut, how they all did their
That would be fun.
stuff.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be fun? We should have a Soul Train day, And then I got the Eight of Wands, and this angel in this card is a messenger. And this is, there might be a message that's coming in for you. So from your spirit guides. So, and it might come through horse energy somehow. I don't know if you're a horse person, but maybe there's something in that kind of energy that's going to enlighten you in some way. And that's about being free and independent, liberated, a timely message coming your way. And the angels say, may you always know your limits, especially when none are holding you back. So there's something you want to do, there's no time like the present, and go for it. The Wheel of Fortune is spinning in your favor, I feel.
Very good. All right. The first card I pulled for you. This is from the Oracle of the Seven Energies. And I pulled Divine Matrix. And basically, this is just reminding you, Spirit's just wanting you to remember, we are all We are all divine beings. We are all part of the divine around us, in us, through us, guiding us, protecting us. It's all together. We're all star seeds. We all come from the same place. Um, so that truly makes us all sisters and brothers to one another, and that's kind of cool in my mind. Anyway, it's I may not agree with you on something, but that doesn't necessarily make you my enemy. We just have to agree to disagree. Um, Not everybody feels that way, but maybe eventually we'll get them to that point. It's going to take a lot of work because there's a lot of people out there that they're not interested in that. And I ended with in perfect harmony.
Beautiful.
So it's just reminding me that when we spread our light, when we shine our light, when we surround those with love, when we send that love out on that love train, it's bringing more and more people into harmony. I mean, and music is like Danny and I were talking earlier when we were talking about music from the 60s and the 70s and the wonderful music that came out of the southern states. There's some beautiful music. I mean, from all over the world, but I think it was really the first time people really heard a lot of southern music. And I mean, I grew up listening to all that stuff, and Zydeco and Cajun music, and my parent was an accordion player, so
My brother used to build accordions from scratch.
I had a great aunt who, when you went in her house, you had to take your shoes off at the back door. You weren't allowed to wear shoes in her house, and in their den they had a stage built into their den because half the family were played music. And they all played Cajun music, so everybody would be dancing and cutting up in the den. The band was up on the stage, and it was all built into their house. When they built their dream house, that's how they built it. It was like, that was just the coolest thing to me.
Yeah.
That they built their own place to have a party,
Yeah.
And so I grew up with all of that. So I mean, when we realize how full of divineness we all have, it's really easy to get into harmony with one another. We don't have to say that we agree with them. We can have arguments on how they want to do things, but we're still all one big family. So, we have to learn to get along, to excuse me, we have to learn to kind of figure out how to do all of this, and do it together. And all right, we've got one question left. I know we're running a little over. And if Juno and Danny have time for one more.
Yep.
Well, it better be a good one.
It is a good one. It's Eleanor, and she wants to know, if I'm not too late, I'd like a message from Spirit.
All
she
right.
Got it just before I typed up. No more questions. Oh my goodness.
Message from Spirit. So I got pulled to use my Return to Spirit deck. Right, Juno?
No. It's Return of Spirit.
Return to Spirit.
No, it's Return of Spirit.
To Spirit.
You and your prepositions. At least it's on a dangling participle.
You're touching me. She's touching me.
Well, you're not touching me.
Make him stop. Why do I feel like the mom driving with two kids in the backseat?
He's looking at me. Someone just stop looking at me.
She's breathing on me.
He's looking at my hands.
That's
Tell
right.
him to stop looking at my hands.
Calling me bone.
Oh my God.
He's
My
teasing
brother
me
and I
with the
drove my poor
cupcake.
mother crazy. My brother and I drove my poor mother crazy. I swear. She would get to the point where she would get so fed up with us, she'd grab her car keys and she'd head for the door and we'd both stop whatever we were fighting about and be like, "Where are you going?" And she'd say, "Crazy, you want to come with me?" How we didn't make her crazy, I don't know. All right, a message from Spirit. Oh, Alex.
What's the temperature where you're at, Danny? Is it hot there?
Today, the sun came out for the like the first time in weeks. It feels like, so we're still in the we're in normal range, which would be in the high 60s, low 70s.
Must be nice.
It always stays in that range.
Does it?
Very rarely does it get hot. I kind of miss it.
I'm sorry.
What's that?
I just said you had enough rain earlier to last you a while, so.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
All right. Who would like to go first?
Big head.
Go ahead,
Big head? All right.
Big head.
Big head it is.
All right. So Eleanor. Any relation? No. Okay. I think that the key message that I'm getting to you with my return of spirit cards, is simplicity. It's so I pulled 3 cards: recognition, right order, and simplicity. But when I tapped in as best I could to your energy, I got that. I got the simplicity message. So be simple with yourself. Be kind to yourself. Everything. Recognize who you are, your strengths, your weaknesses. All of that is who you are, and they're all in the right order. So there's nothing out of balance. It's all in the right order. You may perceive that something's out of whack or something, but it's not. So, but the message I'm getting is getting back to some simple basics for you. So whatever that means. For me, it would be going outside and just being in nature, if you can do that. Hear the messages that are coming in from that. And that's what I got.
All right. Juno, you ready?
I am. Ellen, the first card I got is the 7 of Swords. So this is watching out for somebody who might be absconding with something, or, make sure you're not taking something that doesn't belong to you. Because you see he's got those swords, the way he's carrying them, it looks like they're stabbing him right in the back. So you always want to be in the highest of integrity, when you're dealing with things. And if this doesn't pertain to you, it's just to be on the lookout for, because there's so many scammers and all that these days. Like I don't even want to ever answer my phone anymore, because you don't know who it is, or if you answer a text sometimes. So just be on the lookout for things that are not on the up and up. And the next card I got is the 3 of Cups. So this is a joyful card of, all these 3 energies, these females coming together and celebrating. And so maybe you've got a couple sisters, or, some good friends, get together, turn off the TV, turn off all the noise, and go and raise a few glasses of whatever your favorite beverage is. And, they're also, their gaze is up high. Keep your focus high. What you focus on is what you'll bring to you. And the last card I got is the High Priestess. In this card, she comes with she's got an angel. Let's see. And it is Raziel, Raziel. She's the keeper of secrets, sacred knowledge, and divine wisdom. And she says, use your trust in intuition and instincts, knowing without needing to understand rationality. rationally, sorry. Allow things to develop naturally. And the message is, if you need to make a decision about something, take time to sit with it for a while, respect your innate instinctual knowledge, and listen to the hunch. So maybe this is a hunch about who might be not acting in integrity around you, you know. But I was just looking at what she's carrying there for a minute. It looked like she was carrying a pizza. So
Yeah, I know.
when you go out with these ladies, you know, have a couple beverages and have a pizza, and let somebody else clean the knives. So
Let somebody else have kitchen duty.
that's right.
All right. Okay. Well, I started out with sacred reverence, which is talking about exploring possibilities, using that childlike curiosity, and just exploring everything with that wide eyed wonder of, wow, that's amazing. Wow, what a wonderful thing that is. Oh, wow, look at that color. Yeah, I mean, it's just, oh, wow was the only word that's sticking in my head right moment. But it's always just looking at it from a child's perspective of seeing things for the first time. There's so much that's here to offer us. And it's just seems to me like spirit is telling you to just take a step back, go outside, like Danny said, experience a little bit of that nature and just wow. I mean, I never sat outside of my old place. When we moved to the new place, to be 2 summers this year, when we moved to our new apartment, and I started sitting out because we had a private patio, and I started sitting outside and discovered that we have two eagles, two mates
Hmm.
that fly through here all the time. I mean, down low, like rooftop level. You know, I'll be sitting there and they'll just swoop right by, and it flipped me out the first time I saw it. I was like, oh my god, I didn't even know we had eagles down here. Who would have thought? I don't know why I always thought they were up north, not down here. Um, and then one day, my son and I were sitting out on the patio, and this big, beautiful, gorgeous black and gold monarch butterfly. I mean, a huge butterfly came flitting onto the patio and just like flitted all around our heads and like it was checking us each out and hung out for a good 5 minutes before it flew away. And we were both just looking at each other going, did you just see what I think I just saw? And I'm like, yeah, it was a butterfly. Never had that happen at the old place, you know. But here suddenly I'm seeing more and more real beauty from nature coming close, not just at a distance of looking, but like coming right up on the patio. It's like, holy smokes. And then I ended it with peacock spirit. Let it shine.
Ooh.
You know, let it shine. What's that? A children's rhyming song from Bible church we used to sing. Um, this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. So, you know, it doesn't have to be particular to a religion or a belief system, but just let your light shine. Whatever that light is, they're just telling you to just shine it out there for everybody to see. And that's pretty cool when you stop and think about it. So I hope all of that resonated with everybody. Thank you, Danny. Danny, thank you. Thank you for coming and being my guest. Like I said, it's the best birthday present I've gotten. So
happy birthday. Well, your birthday's tomorrow, so you'll be getting
right. But we can celebrate a little early.
yeah, the whole month.
There you go, because you got yours at the end of the month, so we'll have to celebrate yours as well. And thank you, Miss Juno, my partner in crime every other Sunday, except this Sunday we won't meet because we came today. And so
thanks for having me. Yeah,
we just did it next time. I
love
thanks
my for swamping it out with us, Danny, for
yeah,
even the skeeters
and good in the swamp.
Well, it gives you contrast for when you go up on the mountain, because that's like you went to the depths of the swamp and then you're going to go to the heights of the mountain.
Yeah, now you're going to go up to the peak of the mountain.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
You're going to go from below sea level to above sea level.
Perfect.
As above, so below. No gators up there. So
No. Might be a few Lemurians that might come and collect you,
Lemurian
but
gators.
they live in the mountains. Okay. We want a full report from Mount Shasta when you get back.
All right.
So,
All right.
absolutely. Thank you, everybody, for coming and joining us this afternoon. I've really appreciated it. I've enjoyed all of your company. Thank you, everyone, for letting us read for you. I wish we could have got all the questions, but we'd be here another 2 hours, and I don't know about anybody else, but I'm starving at this point. I've not eaten at all today, so we started the show out talking about food, and that didn't help. So I've been hungry the whole show. The whole show, I've been hungry.
You're going to end up looking like Juno in a minute.
yeah.
Look, I'm 5 feet tall. I'm at the point where I'm almost as wide as I am tall. They're just going to roll me down the hall. Yeah. My son's always like, "You're not that big, Mom." I'm like, I feel that big. All right, y'all. Well, y'all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Everybody go out and shine your light. Let everybody see your joy and your happiness and all the little things that life has to bring. So thank you again, Danny. Thank you, Juno. And hopefully you'll come back, Danny. We didn't scare you off too bad down here.
No.
Bring your big head back down to the swamp, Danny.
There you go. You're welcome anytime.
Some big hair if it's still there.
How long are you growing it? Do you have a goal?
Are you going to do it for like a cancer thing? Cut it for cancer?
Well, yeah, when it goes, it's going to go to Kids for Cancer.
Yeah,
Very
I've done
good.
that too.
Very
It's
good.
a great cause.
You have to make sure you film that live so we can all watch you do it.
So
Celebrate.
what kid wants gray hair?
Why'd you have to say that? Okay, now I'm going to give it
I
to...
have gray hair, so...
But you're not a kid.
Yeah, she's a kid. She's a kid.
Huh?
She's a kid.
Oh, I wish I was a kid.
All right.
All right, everybody. I'm going to play our little outro, and everyone have a lovely weekend.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
Bye for now.
Bye.